Normally what we do here is I have around 1,600 different games loaded up into the backloggery, and I pick a random one to play for the next half hour, but Silvar has been good enough to let me choose the next game. So, Wholesome Monster Girl Academia! A demo of a dating sim where you flirt with some monster girls at a Catholic high school. You leave room for Jesus. You know? 30 minutes on the clock. Let's see exactly how this is. The immediate jab, hook, biff, bam, pow. Cue the Batman theme song. 2 hits to the gut and 1 to the jaw, all of which he brushes off like it's nothing. Cue. And he pushes me backwards against the wall. You gonna cabedon me? No. Make it awkward. Make it awkward. Start flirting with him, Gabriel. It's our best way out of this. Whoever wrote this has never been in a fight. For the record, we now have 2 encores, so this is gonna go for an hour before we switch to the next game. Left, at least. Who knew we'd both be into the same bands and basketball teams? Right? I never expected that humans and monster people would have so much in common. Sorry. It's fine, I was thinking the same thing. You're a little bit racist. Well, you're a little bit too. I guess we're both a little bit racist. Really, like, use some contractions, my guy. Like, Dev, it is fine to use contractions in narration. Gabriel sounds really wooden in his internal thoughts, since it's, it will take. I know you're watching this, Dev. No, you're not. Genesis 6:1-14, 1 through 4. When men began to multiply on the face of the ground, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were fair, and they took to wife such of them as they chose. Then the Lord said, My spirit shall not abide in man forever, for he is flesh, but his days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. These were the mighty men that were of old, the men of renown. These few lines of early scripture have been the cause of much controversy for the last century or so. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, mankind shot the first satellites into space. Didn't take very long for those satellites to be used for practical purposes, such as weather tracking and observation. You know, at first we were just firing them off for fun, like, yeah, let's just fire shit into space. And everyone cheered. During one particular observation effort, scientists discovered some small towns and cities hidden in areas previously unexplored in regions of the 6 major continents. Various world government powers took it upon themselves to send people out to chart these unknown peoples, and to find out how they had hidden themselves from the world up and into the modern era. What they discovered baffled and scared most of humanity. It's literally, it is Catholic monster girl dating sim. It really is some chapter transition. I agree, Captain. Monster people whose descriptions were always thought to be mere fantasy, harpies, dragonkin, slimes, succubi, and even vampires were found among various other monster races, each reflecting stories from various myths from the surrounding ancient cultures. Okay, tying it into, like, biblical lore and, like, history, cool. Being like, oh yeah, no one found their cities before? The dumpster fire energy is off the charts. Oh, yeah, some bunny girl sitting in a chair. Yeah, exactly. We would still have the cross swinging back and forth. In an exception that surprised many, the Vatican made a call for Catholics in the whole world to treat these newly discovered humanoids with the dignity and respect that I can't even finish reading that sentence without laughing. Okay, let me take another swing at this. In an exception that surprised many, the Vatican made a call to action for Catholics in the whole world to treat these newly discovered humanoids with the dignity and respect that any other human should be given. They reasoned that Christ's church is called to bring the message of salvation to all mankind, and that if these monster people are sapient, they are still to be considered persons first and foremost. I seem to recall some other part of the Bible saying something about man would be cursed if he were to lay with a beast, but apparently the modern church didn't concern themselves with it much. I'm just feeling optimistic, but it seems to me like the front gate has arms stretched open wide in welcome. That's why it's closed shut in the background image. Wow, 3 encores. Okay, chat, you have 1 veto left for the whole stream, unless someone spends points. And the next game after this has been decided by... After all? Regardless, I know that despite some of the people in the Catholic Church's history, the Church itself is largely a force for good in the world. Yeah, okay. Jesus as a cameo as a furry? Yeah, that's going to be the true endgame twist. That Jesus was a furry. Well. Yep. That's a Catholic schoolgirl, alright. Clover snickers devilishly. You did... The dev is super fucking proud of using this word while there is a literal devil person on screen. You know, they were just cackling to themselves as they wrote this sentence. Let's check out the gym next. So we can meet Jock Girl. This is not the gym. You seem to have led me to a football field. Hello. That's gonna be the YouTube... Oh, dear God. Okay, that's 4... Okay, hour and a half is when we stop now. I'll keep that in mind. With the prospect of being staked out in gym by 2 monster girls on my mind, we continue our journey. Meanwhile, the dev, I'm using staked while he's talking to a vampire person. I am a comedic genius. This alerts the girl sitting in the other side of the pew of my presence. She stops typing on her phone, takes a quick glance at me, then gets up to leave. I make a motion to stand and get up out of her way, but end up stumbling into her. Oh no, we're both on the floor. Oh. Can we romance Father John? I mean, he is a Catholic priest and we are a minor, so probably. I'm buying this full game when it comes out. They just have the demo release for now. This has become an insta-buy over the past 54 minutes. As I pass near the front pews, I notice a certain succubus that I met earlier praying by herself. Aren't they supposed to be related to demons somehow? Gabe, that's racist. I set my laptop up on my desk and my Bible on my bedside table for the finishing touches. Hey, main character. Your computer is no longer in a common area. You can go to google.com and type hot monster people, and no one will stop you. Okay. You can't even take a break in the shower, right? Today's primary goal is paying attention in class so I'm not left behind. I am a month behind everyone else after all. Yeah, you have so much to learn about creationism and why evolution is just a theory, and how the Earth is actually 2,000 years old or whatever. Minutes. Well, you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm, though I can't really stand to touch worms, too slimy. Now that makes me wonder if harpies actually do eat worms. Though I'm too afraid to ask. Gabe, stop being racist! Anyway, speaking of worms, here comes Ren. Ha! Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Take a quick note of the whiteboard where the teacher's name is written, Sister Talia. Ah yes, the whiteboard, which is green, like a chalkboard. Yes, the whiteboard. We can all see the whiteboard right here. It has an answer for every moral question and quandary, and when viewed as a whole, holds no rational contradiction. And when there appears a contradiction, it's usually due to a faulty personal interpretation. For Catholics, this isn't a problem, since we can refer to church teaching through the magisterium. Now, the magisterium was established to keep and organize the findings of the church, as it has for the 2 millennia of its existence and beyond. All this religious theology right off the bat on the first day is a lot to take in. I'm the main character monarch in history? True, true. I believe it all, of course, but it's unreal to see it taught in a classroom. I wonder what the world would be like if basic religion and philosophy were taught in public schools.
A lot worse.
Who said that? Meanwhile, Ren is responding with a mouthful of her burger.
He was telling me that a gallon of milk a day is the fastest way to bulk up muscle, and when he finished drinking the whole jug, spewed all over the sidewalk.
Ren lets out an uproarious laughter as she washes down her burger with her own bottle of what looks like a protein shake. It's actually vodka. What's that? Is it me using my last veto to give us another 15 minutes? Yes, it is. Let it never be said that I don't give the people what they want. Right? As I continue to think to myself in the hallway, I run into Arya, who, as I recall, wasn't outside during lunchtime. Wonder if the whole Daywalker thing has anything to do with it, considering the sunlight. I consider calling out to her, but change my mind at the last second. Oh yeah, she is absolutely the version of the dev's high school crush, because he was being like, no, I can't talk to girls. Whereas all the rest of them, he was like, yeah, I can chat up these ladies. Why would she want to talk to an underclassman anyways? Some. Comes to me as a surprise when Arya walks past me and takes a seat in the bleachers, still on her phone. I guess they combine a lot of the different grades for electives. That means I'll have her in both music and gym class. More time around Goddess Arya. Shut up, Gabe. For this, I head towards the group in which Sarah and Ren are stretching. Oh, hello, cat girl. She may be a girl, but Ren is still a little taller and much more fit than me. Ah, so Gabriel is racist and sexist. Sylvar. Okay. We'll end at the 2-hour mark. Then I hype myself up and try to go full beast mode. Because we're playing with the furry, get it? Focusing my attention, readying my muscles, and in order to channel that focus, I should put myself in the mindset of a famous basketball player. Who was it that my dad was always talking about again? Bruce Lee? I don't know sports guys. I know this guy isn't a basketball man. Which of these is a... Though Ren just helped me up, I can tell she just realized that she lost the game. And so did all of chat. After the... Holy shit, this is the school library? Wow. Clover is sitting back in the library chair in front of an elaborate setup. They let you game on the school computers? Really? Her attention is focused on a game she's playing. I wonder if the school knows what exactly she's using the computer for, or if they even care. I feel drawn to see what she's up to. The other is showing multiple smaller windows filled with flashy graphics. Ah, she's got Subway Surfers up on the other screen. Some of them even appear to be, but it's mostly impatience. I can get more done if I start gaming here. Besides, my dad isn't usually home till late. So what are you actually playing? Looks like that Final 14th Nights game I've seen some trailers for? Oh, okay. Final Fantasy 14 reference they're going for. Yeah, I'm getting ready for the new expansion that'll be coming out in December. Okay, important question, Clover. When was Bard the best? Which expansion? There is one correct answer. I will judge you harshly if you are wrong. All the pre-expansion patch events are dropping soon, so I need to corner the market on materials. Oh, she plays the market board. Chat, she's perfect. And as I make a mental note to never search for grapefruit method, that is a bit of a taste of this game, but this is Shuffle Saturday, where usually we play a different game every 30 minutes, but we burned all of our vetoes on extending the hell out of this game. And we aren't even rolling for the next game because Repu redeemed to pick the next game. So, after all that reading, I absolutely need a break. So, it would be a little disingenuous to switch over to the shuffle screen. So I'll just leave you guys looking at Demon Girl for just a little bit longer while I take my break.